Hello everyone, I'm Lothar and I'm here again to show how we prepare the wax bullet, and we have here the materials needed. First is we need a firearm, and for this session we'll be using the .38 revolver of the Rock Island Armory, Philippines. So it is clear. Then we need to use our blank cartridge case, our cartridge case of the Arms Corps Philippines, and we'll be using the primer of the CCI company, and we'll be using our improvised material to extract later on the used primer, and we have our hammer and a piece of wood and our wax. So this will be the most exciting part later on. Then we have our shooting box wherein we can recover the used wax bullet, and this is one of the advantage of this because we can recycle the used wax bullet later on. I learned the technique on how to prepare the wax bullet when I undergo training at Cebu City at File Academy under the school of Dr. Artemio Panganiban. He taught us how to prepare this one as part of our activity during our specialization. That's why I'm just going to share the knowledge that I have learned. I'm now going to present how to extract the primer cap using our improvised material. This material and our hammer and the cartridge case. It is very important that we need to look for the flush hole, and we are going to do it like this. Then we are now going to use our hammer slowly. So it was already removed. Then from this, we are now going to use our new primer. And we need to consider the safety because the primer, this is a very sensitive chemical mixture. Then once that we are going to apply a pressure or a pointed material on this, the possibility that it will explode. That's why we need to consider extra precautionary measure if we are going to press now the primer. So from this position, we can use now our hammers, and we are now going to press it slowly. Okay, make sure that the primer, it should be flat so that we can insert that in our cylinder. Then after that, we are now going to press in our wax, and we are going to do it like this. So there is already the wax, and we'll be using 6 rounds of our wax bullet. So this is now the outcome. Again, let us check now the flush hole, and we need to use our hammer, and if we were able to remove, then we'll be using now our primer. And again, be reminded that the primer, it is a very sensitive chemical mixture that once we are going now to apply pressure, there is a possibility that it will explode. That's why you need to press it slowly. Then after that, we'll be using now our wax. Okay, from our cartridge case, so we were able now to extract the primer cap using our improvised material, and we were able to come out now with the 6 wax bullet. So we are now going to test our 6 rounds of wax bullet using our .38 revolver of the Rock Island Armory, Philippines. So we are going to load the wax bullet. So we are now going to test our 6 rounds of wax bullet using our improvised wax bullet catcher. So we are now going to test fire our wax bullet. So that's it. That is now the result of our 6 rounds of wax bullet. Okay, so this is now the result of our activity, the impact of our wax bullet. And be reminded that this activity we need some extra precautionary measures to avoid accident. So our proper protective equipment still needed. And this is now our activity. So hopefully that you have learned something, that we can use our wax and we can collect also the residue and we can cook it again and we can use it or we can recycle. We only need our cartridge case and our primer and our improvised material. So with this, hopefully that you have learned something, and do not forget to subscribe in our video for additional information later on. So thank you very much.